Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. Let's see what we have popping over here before we get started because I'm not using my platform, but using another platform. So let's see how it's working. Hello, hello. Hi, everybody. Hopefully you can see me. Hello. Give me just a moment to make sure we are good here. Sorry, this is just Dr. Sonja here deciding that I want to share. So therefore, I just have to make sure we are good to go here. I think I'm live. We will find out here in just a few minutes. I want to talk about something, and I didn't put a title in here, but I'm going to call it So You Want to Be a Millionaire. Shall I? Is that okay with all of you? Shall I have that conversation as I find out if this thing is live? I think it is. Maybe, maybe not. It looks like that it is for sure. And so let's kind of go through this. I'm going to record just in case it does not allow me to do what I need to do to share. So we're going to talk about again. So really, Zoom, really, we just tell everything. Just tell everybody what we're doing. But again, it is more so you want to be a millionaire. And I want to talk about this for sure, First Lady. I want to talk about this for all that will listen, because I realize that many people say, especially women, I'm going to talk directly to you. Many of you say, hey, I want to be a millionaire. I want that success. I want that level of income. But can I share with you? So you want to be a millionaire, but some of us don't want to do the work to get there. So I just want to kind of jump in and share that with you, if I may, for sure. So you want to be a millionaire. It is so much more than just the money. Can I talk about that? I'm gonna do a pause because I want to make sure this is all the way live on Facebook, Instagram. I got you in here. I just need to make sure it is everywhere else because it doesn't show that it is here. So hopefully it is. If it's not, we'll find out here in just a few moments. Yep, it looks like it is. Okay, thank you so much. People are telling me, yes, you're live, you're live, you're live. So you want to be a millionaire. But those of you who have thought about this, dreamt about it, declared it, decreed it, prayed over it, manifested it, or still in the process of manifesting, go just say me. Thank you for the hearts and lets me know me. Dr. Sonja, I want this. I want this like I want to breathe. So many people say that. Many people say, and and I'll kind of preface this and I'll kind of go through it. I remember when I first got on Periscope, 2015. I know some of y'all don't remember Periscope, but those were the days. It was hot up in there in Periscope for sure. And I remember jumping into this Periscope and this guy, white male, says, so you want to be a millionaire? I'll never forget. And I'm like, I do. And I jump up in there and all he is showing me is a Bentley that he's driving, his penthouse overlooking this infinity pool, and all the suits he has and the shoes and all of that. And I'm like, wow, that's pretty cool. But I know there's got to be more. I don't know. Maybe it was just me. I didn't just want that. Yeah, the cars and all of that. But I wanted something more and I didn't know what it was. And so I followed him a couple of times. I listened to him. But the conversation wasn't matching up with what my spirit and what I was thinking. It just wasn't matching. And so I began to go on the search, like, we're the millionaires, and they're not all flaunting it, and they're not all doing that. And so today, and I wanted to do it yesterday, but I'm doing it today. So you want to be a millionaire. To all my women entrepreneurs, thought leaders, consultants, stylists, whatever it is that you are. So you want to be a millionaire. And I know somebody may be watching like, well, Dr. Sonja, I already am. And I want to share this with you, what I've learned on this journey. And I wish more people would talk about it, but I don't see a lot of us talking about it. And when I say us, I mean women, especially women of color. And when we do, they are showing you a bundle of hair. I'm just being real. Just if I may, shoot me later. Throw me an inbox. Spell my name with a J. It's not with a Y, it's with a J. It is more than you having hair, long, luscious hair where you can flip it. You having the bling bling. You're having all that. You're driving around in your Bentley and you have this big house and you have all that. Because I need you to understand responsibility comes with this. So you want to be a millionaire. So you want to be a millionaire. most people that get to know who I am, and especially family, I'm like, man, you work hard. Oh, you thought I was just going to show up on the scene and just want this and just think I'm just going to sit back and this just be a one shot kill? I'm a lottery winner. I get the money and then it's gone in a year. No, ma'am. No. So you want to be a millionaire. And I want to have a very candid conversation with many of you who want that life and that lifestyle. It is so much more than money. And I'll be the first one to admit at the beginning, I didn't know what it was, but it was money, but it was so much more than that. And that's what I really want to talk to you all about. Many want this life. Many want to have that level of income. I wrote a check. Let me show. This is it right here. And I went in ahead. I put it in this book that for years, I wrote a check to myself. And this is 2019. I wrote a check to myself, 2019. Right? It was, I wanted to write a check to myself based on the amount of money. So I had to have that available and more in my account before I wrote it to myself. So I wrote, my first check was $100,000. Then I wrote my second check. It was $500,000. Then I wrote my third check. And this is said 2019, 2020, $1 million check to myself. That was my goal. I want to be able to write a check to myself that's $1 million. But see, what someone did not tell me, or whomever did not share with me on the journey of the responsibility, really, the responsibility that goes along with this. So I hope it's not freezing. If it is freezing, jump over to my fan page at I Am Dr. Sonja. That way you can comment and all of that, because it looks like Instagram doesn't want me to be great. But hopefully we are great over here. So you want to be a millionaire. Writing checks to yourself and all of that. I truly believe society has made us think it's about houses and cars and bling and having the red bottoms. I have 2 pair. I can't even tell you last time I wore a pair. They hurt my feet. They hurt my feet. I've had back surgery. I've had knee surgery. My feet hurt. Like all that stuff. And I really thought that was, what I wanted. You want to have this status, you want to have all that, and which is great. But I want to talk to many of you who want that life. And can I just prepare you for this journey you're going to go on, help have a conversation about some of the things that happen along the way that many people don't talk about. So hopefully I have your permission. I'm going to jump right into this. There's a mindset that comes along with this. Just for me, I can only talk about Sonja Stribling, just for me. It was a goal to be the first millionaire in my family and all of that, but no one sat down and had the conversations of the responsibility that comes along with that. And it wasn't even just the millions, it's just the women and the people that I served. It was no longer about money. It wasn't even about me being the only millionaire. And what people have shared, and I got this name and I can't remember who gave it to me, it was called the General to Giants. And the General to Giants now mantras for me is to be amongst other generals, other giants to help them get there. But I don't want to be the only millionaire walking up in a room. I want to be able to help other women become the first millionaire in their family, but I need them to understand the things that come along with this and what happens. Number one, this is not scripted. I'm just going to talk to you because this is real talk. Number one, you have to be mentally prepared for the journey that you're about to be on. Because after you buy all the houses and cars and buy the purses and y'all, I have a backpack that I carry. I thought when I got to this place years ago, I'm going to shop till I drop. I shop less now than I ever have. And the only reason why I shop now, because I find myself in front of cameras and I try not for you to see the same thing over again, even though some of my outfits I love and I'm going to wear it because I really invested, in those. And so the mindset that comes along with this is more than what you buy. It is more so you want to be a millionaire. It's more about where do you invest. Buying houses, cars, those are not necessarily investments. People will tell you that. Shots fired. Shots fired. It is so much more than that. Okay, did it just freeze on me? This thing just froze. Okay, are we still good? Somebody give me some hearts on Instagram so I'll make sure we are good. Hearts, to make sure it's not. I may have to do these separately because it doesn't want me to be great. Instagram, what I'll do, I'll come back over to you in a few minutes. Just stand by. If it's freezing, you can always jump over here, invest. Okay, there we go. It's back. I don't know what this thing is doing. right? It is just really thinking about where you're investing your money. Again, I thought I was just going to shop millions. And I sit back now and my ears hear differently from millionaires, not thousandaires, not people who are pretending. It is really those that are millionaires. The conversation is different. So you want to be a millionaire, your conversation number two needs to be different. It is not about what you're buying, it's where you invest. I find myself now trying to figure out, where am I investing next? What property am I going to buy? What apartment complex do I want? What real estate deals do I want to do? And the biggest thing, where's my next coach? Who's the person who's going to take me to billionaire status? Somebody said that to me last night, I almost passed out. So you working on billionaire status? And I said, I am. You know what I was thinking about? Not the billionaire money, but I was thinking about the billionaire mindset, which takes me to number three. You're going to have to master your money mindset. Can I just talk about this one just for a second, if you don't mind? So I have two different screens. Long before your money comes, my dear, you're going to have to think about money differently. And I don't know about you, I'll just talk about me and where I come from. It was not a conversation about money and where you invested. It was more about, when you get this money, you got bills to pay. It's not how millionaires think. It's not what they're thinking about, or any of that. It is so much bigger. The thoughts that I have now are different than they have ever been. So you want to be a millionaire. It's not all about money anymore. It's how do you think about wealth and the difference in wealth and riches. They're totally different. I said, I don't want to be rich. I want to be wealthy. So you want to be a millionaire. It's a conversation for those of you who are coming in, tag somebody, bring her in, hang up, call her, whatever, she can watch replay, whatever the case may be. So you want to be a millionaire, you're going to have to master your money mindset. And that in itself was the biggest struggle. It wasn't about somebody helping me get more tools and the secrets. It's the mastery of money. It's the mastery of, how do I attract it? Because right now, many of you are not at millionaire status, not because you haven't got your first best invention or your 100,000 clients, or you haven't done this. It is simply because you are not attracting wealth. I'll never forget, I walked into a church some years ago, and I can't remember what I had on, but I remember this little old lady walks up to me after service, and I'm sitting in there, and she said, baby, you know how they do at church in the Southern Baptist, baby, you look like money. And I was so taken back. I was like, I didn't know what to say. I had no idea what to say because no one had ever said that to me. She said, baby, you look like money. And I'm thinking to myself, I didn't have a Gucci bag. I didn't have on Louis Vuittons. I didn't have on any of that. I didn't have on any of that. And maybe it was just my stance or how I walked. I don't know, but I'll never forget that little old lady saying, and it brought me to tears as I was walking out. It was like she was speaking things into existence about what was going to happen. I had thought about it, but I didn't really know what that meant. And when I started understanding what she said to me, I started thinking about money differently. It wasn't about paying bills. Oh, so you want to be a millionaire. You cannot be a millionaire, and the only thing you think about is what bill you have to pay and how you're going to pay it. And I know some of you may not have that desire, and I get it. I hear it all the time, but Dr. Sonja, I really don't want to be a millionaire. That's a whole different topic. Maybe I'll talk about that one later, because what you're doing is really putting out there what you're afraid of. But anywho, I digress. So you want to be a millionaire. You will never be a millionaire if you do not learn how to attract money. It's all about what you're thinking about. It's all about what is in your heart. Now, you may want to all day long, like, I want to be, and you're shananan and all of that. Okay, but that's not how this works. That's not how none of this works. So you want to be a millionaire. It's so much more than money. I feel like I'm getting emotional because I'm trying to express to those women that are out there that you want this life of success and millions. Stop watching those that are on Instagram with their feet up. You every now and then I may put my foot up, but you better believe I'm in a zone. I'm in this place of living my best life, but it's so much bigger than the money and the dollar signs and what's in my account. Is the woman or the person you become along the way. Stop watching people on there in social media saying they're millionaires and they're doing this and they're doing that and la 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 and all of that. And I sat back, I said, I never wanted to be that person. I'm not perfect. And I'm not even going to tell you that I am. Not going to pretend that I got it all together and all of that. But one thing that I know for sure is that I wanted to be a millionaire. And I had to learn along the way how to become one long before the money, get this, long before the money hits your bank account. Is what you think about, is what you do, is where you go, is how you approach things, is how your stance on things, it's what's in your heart, is what you're. So you want to become a millionaire. So you want to be a millionaire. You think it's just about money. It is not. I shared with you earlier, I showed the checks where I wrote checks to myself of where I wanted to be and what I wanted to do. And I didn't show anybody. I just kept it in the binder. It's like, I'm going to write a check to myself for 100,000. Got that. Bam. There it is. Write a check. Here it is. 500K. Write a check and get to $1 million. And I need to go ahead and do one and write that 1 billion. I got to figure out how many. It's a lot of zeros. Like I got to add these other zeros that are in there. If you want this life and you want this level, you have to stop thinking about is you paying your bills. I don't know why this thing seems like it wants to go out on me about you paying bills. It's so much bigger than that. So you want to be a millionaire. What does that take? I'll come back to those points again. You have to master your money mindset. And I'm going to say this to you, and this is going to hurt. So go ahead, strap in. When you see me do that, let's strap in. Put your seatbelt on because it's going to shake you up just a little bit. You can sit, pray, manifest, do all of those things. If you're not putting the principles in place, it is not going to happen for you. You will be like everyone else that is sitting here. I want it. I want it. But where's the activation? Not just of your faith. Where's the activation to do something about it? What are you doing? What are you thinking about? Better yet, what are you reading? I have more Audible books on my phone, one after another as I'm driving. There's not normally when I'm done, like I'm done for the day. It was a long day. Tuesdays and Wednesdays are my coaching days. It's a long day, but I still have this level of energy. I haven't come down off of it. And I said, what do I want to talk about today? I want to talk to women and whomever will listen about being a millionaire. Do you really want this? Because it comes with a level of responsibility that many of us don't want in our lives. I look at things differently. I feel like I'm responsible for more people than I've ever been responsible for because as I show up. And I hesitated. Let me share this with you. I hesitated to even start talking about being a millionaire. I hesitated because when you do, I don't know, something happens to people where she's trying to make, no, I'm not. I'm trying to educate someone on when you get here, on your way here, what happens, because no one told me what was going to happen on my way to this journey. No one shared what happens when you get here, that sometimes you may be by yourself. I'm not going to preach. Let me drink a sip of water. Family may not talk to you again. Friends may just like, people don't invite you to the house no more. Well, you live here. And I'm like, what's that got to do? What? Because I want, okay. So you want to be a millionaire. So you want to be a millionaire. It's so much more than having zeros in your bank account. There's some responsibility that comes along with this, not just for you, but for your family as well. I watched my 3 grown children. My youngest is home from college, right? Making sure, and I'm grateful that I wasn't here when they were younger because I wasn't taught how to really help my children financially or how to not give them the world. I told my kids, I'm going to show you the world. I'm not going to give it to you. I'm going to show it to you so you can go get it yourself. Who is that? I want to see, who is that? How you do it yourself, but I'm not going to give it to you. My other son, the youngest, asked like, Mom, I want to get a new PlayStation, whatever it is. Okay, you got an allowance, you have money, save for it. Because back then when I didn't know, I probably would have just given it to him because I felt like I owed it to him because, we kind of struggled a little bit, after divorce and all that. And I said, no, not even my oldest. We have that conversation all the time. He's in his 30s. Well, you people say your mom is rich. What's that got to do with you? They understand your mom bust her tail? This is blood, sweat, and tears. This is not, no one gave me a handout at all. And so what I'm saying to many of you, those of us who have been working very hard and smarter in our business, so you want to be a millionaire. Got some work to do. Because when you arrive, there's so many more things that happen. If I can share something else with you, so you want to be a millionaire, it's so much more than money. It was at one point in my life, I was so nervous. Like, what do I do with this money? What do I do? Okay, the IRS, all of this, all these things that you got to do. I never felt that way because I ain't money like that. I'm like, what? I got to pay this bill, put this in the savings. I had a conversation not too long ago with someone that blew my mind. Now, I'm just being honest with all of you. Mastering your money mindset, there's something in me that wanting to know more. Now, most people don't know back in the day, I wanted to work in the finance industry. When I retired, I was going back to school and all of that, but it was too much school. I still have the books sitting right over there, but I love that industry about money and budgeting and the B word, of course. But it went a little bit deeper a couple weeks ago. I started learning about trust. And if I may, the conversation that we all wondered, how did one of our presidents, we're not going to say a name, how did they only pay $700 in taxes or something like that? Y'all, somebody broke it down to me. Wait, what? Trust? Foundation? Where do I sign? What do I? These are the conversations that no one has had, or maybe I was in rooms, but they didn't always share. But as I go through, so you want to be a millionaire. I need you to understand there's a journey with this. If I could do it all over again, I would have learned these lessons first, but you live and you learn. But I now get to teach it. And I'm probably going to teach even the more. Someone talked to me about, I'm probably going to start having some retreats about millionaire bosses and going on that journey, because a lot of people are not teaching at that level. They're not coming back. They'll teach, we'll teach about the coaching and you'll teach you how to do that, but they're not really preparing you for what happens mentally and emotionally and all. They don't share that part, because the truth be told, I would have quit a long time ago, because this is some hard stuff. Like, really? So you want to be a millionaire. What are you willing to sacrifice for it? And I don't mean your spirit. I don't mean, signing your heart and your life over to the devil. I'm not talking about that. It will have you in places sometimes where you may be alone. And I find myself there at times, right? My kids are around, dating and all of that. But I know I'm a loner. But I've been able to see something even the more now. And even looking at billionaire status, I don't know what that looks like. I have no idea. But I'm almost sure it's like this. But it's just even more processing of where you're going to put your money. Where do you not put it? Where are you going to invest it? That's where it has become that place. Where do I invest? Where do I invest? Where's my next coach? What is the next thing that I want to do? How do I help my kids get to the next level? How do I continue to build wealth? Because when I learned that one of your presidents out there, $700 in taxes, what are they doing that we don't know? And it's like 10% of the wealthy own 90% of the money. 2% or 10, one of those, let's just say 10%. 10% of the wealthy own 90% of the wealth that's out there. Why is that? Because no one's teaching us, or maybe we're not listening. Well, I'm going to ask you to listen, and I want you to listen closely. If you want to be a millionaire and you're on your way on that journey, whatever business that it is that you start, I'm going to ask you to do a couple things. Number one, I need you to start mastering your money mindset. What do you think about? What are you doing? What do you do with your money now? Because you're not going to get millions if you can't master what you do with $1,000. Matter of fact, $100. And I truly believe that's why I stayed broke for so doggone long. I didn't understand what to do with $100, let alone I couldn't get to the 1,000, couldn't get to 10 and get to 100K. But when I started to understand what I did with my money, how I invested it and not spent it. It wasn't about red bottoms. It wasn't about a dress. And when I see people like, okay, whatever. Well, you got to have this. Dr. Sonja, why don't you have that $10,000 purse? I'd rather put that into Facebook ads. Right? I'm sitting over here laughing. So you want to be a millionaire? Mastering your money mindset. What do you do with your money? What you have right now, what do you do with it? And I share with you again, I shop less now than I ever have. Now, will I go into a store like I need this? I have this speaking event. I got this. I'm going to be on this television show. Oh, I was just featured in Forbes. I'm going to do this. I'm about to be featured in another major magazine. Like, all right, what do I wear? Ladies, if I may, with all sincerity, challenge you on one thing. That money mindset is going to be important. You're not going to be able to attract wealth if you don't shift it. If you don't start thinking about, what do you do with the money that you have now? What do you do with it? Where do you invest now? I've bypassed, there's so many. I took my last to invest in my company. My last. And I will continue to do that till the wheels fall off. So You Want to Be a Millionaire is the title of this. And if you want to be a millionaire, the way you present and what you do is totally different than the everyday, ordinary person. It's different. How different? Get there and find out. Work your way up. You'll start finding out how thin the air really is. And I'm going to tell you, oh, don't do it. I'm going to let you learn, but I want to share with you along the way. If you want to be a millionaire, if you're on that pathway, you want wealth to come from you. If you didn't come from a wealthy family, you want a wealthy family to come from you. Not being rich anymore, but being wealthy, not just thinking about paying bills, but be able to have your foundation and your charity and all of those things to be able to donate money. Now I understand why the wealthy donate. Every time I turn around, somebody's donating. Oh, I understand what you're doing now. I got the secret. I understand now. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. For those of you thought enough of Dr. Sonja and they're like, hey, where you putting that money? Well, I'm trying to figure out where I want to go invest. I know I want my apartment complex. I know I want that. I know I want my hotel. I know I want my center for women that are going through divorce. Oh yeah, absolutely. Now I know. Oh, it's on and popping. So I'm just going to share with you. You got to do something different to get something you've never had. You can declare it, frame it, claim it, do all of that. If you have not mastered your money mindset, millions will not come to your family. It will not go through your purse. It will not go through your bank account. And you don't have to be born with this. This is not, all of that hoopla, the silver spoon. I'm not even talking about that. I mean, everyday, ordinary people making a difference in this world, and that just happens to be millionaires. You may not be able to tell based on what they have on. I'm in Atlanta. Everybody's flashy. I just sit and laugh. Half the time I don't feel like putting on clothes. It's like, okay. Tights and a dress. Oh, it's on. Tennis shoes. I wear them all the time now. So all I'm going to say to you is figure out what it is that you really want. And if you want to be a millionaire, you're going to have to change the way you think about money. And number one, read something differently. Rich Dad, Poor Dad is always a good one. My favorite is Think and Grow Rich, hands down. Every 90 days, I am devouring that book. I'm probably on my third edition because I tear it up. I have the workbook. I go through it. And I've been able to speak on those platforms. It's not just because I'm just saying hoopla. It is really, I applied it to my life. And so as I begin to end, so you want to be a millionaire? What are you willing to sacrifice about you? And it has to be the way you think about money. It has to be. I'm going to be teaching on the Profitable Speaker Bootcamp, where I'm teaching speakers how to use their voice and creating a bank account. And one of the biggest things I need women to know is you're not going to get to your riches. You're not going to be a thousandaire, let alone a millionaire or a billionaire, if you don't change the way you think about money. That is the difference between you, where you are right now, and where you want to be, and the legacy of your family and where it goes. That's just my time. I hope that helped someone understand that this is real. And I'm truly grateful that I get to live it. And I'm figuring there's something coming down. So let me share this. Here in the next 90 days, there's something coming down the pipeline I'm super excited about, and I can't wait to share it with you. I've never done anything like this ever, but I know it's about to change the game. I need women, more so, even the more, I need women of color to know that you can do this. You can lose everything. You can go through a bankruptcy. You can go through a divorce. You can have a mental breakdown. You can lose your natural mind and still come back and be on top and come back and help someone else be based on what you went through. So I'm not just a normal, everyday 21-year Army veteran, recipient of the Barack Obama Lifetime Achievement Award, Bravo, Fox, NBC, all that stuff that reads well. This is work. This is work. And over the next 90 days, you're about to see how much work I've really put in so I get to share with all of you. Women of color, you need to step up. We have to step up. There's too many things that are available to us, and even women. And I don't want to speak, well, you're just talking about, no, I'm talking to women, period. But I'm specifically talking to women of color because of where we come from and what we have not been taught. What we have not been taught. No one has said, per se, sit down at the kitchen table and talk to us about how you make millions. Matter of fact, what do you do with it when you get it? I hear you. About to do something different. About to do something totally different. So look for retreats that are going to come up this year, later on. Go ahead and get your shot, whatever you're going to do. Because I want to be in the room teaching this and not from a place where it's all about the plane and it's all about the money. It's all about the purse and it's all about the nails and it's all, yeah, whatever. No, so much bigger than that. I am not even playing that game. I'm not her. I don't want to be in the room with her or any of that. I want to be in rooms with women that understand about the investment level, what we have to do, investing in ourselves and going to the next level. And what does a millionaire really look like? What do they sound like? What do they speak on? What do they speak about? What is in her heart? What is her heart for giving? Do you understand? You got to do something different. You have to in this season in our lives. 2021, there is nothing that we cannot do. And there's no reason why any of us should be robbing Peter to pay Paul. We have too much power as women, too much power. We just got to learn to activate it and do something different. This is Dr. Sonja. Thank you so much. Many of you, I'll see you right here. The rest of you, I'll see you at the very top. Just stay tuned and just watch. I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm just going to show you. Be blessed.